Hey guys, how's it going? And in today's video, we'll be creating a URL shortener microservice. And what is a shortener microservice? Basically, we just take a big URL and convert it into something short that we can remember. Popular services that do this are bit.ly, goo.gl. We'll be using Express, which is a framework for Node, and MongoDB, a NoSQL database, to do this, to do the same. I have similar service running on my system on my 4400 localhost 4400, and if you use the substring over here, append it to this service, then you'll be redirected to yahoo.com. Pretty neat, huh? A practical usage of such URL shortener microservice that I've used personally is to create short links for invitations. For example, it was my birthday and I created bit.ly/Varun's home. And when someone clicked on that, it just opened a Google map with my coordinate, with my house's coordinate in that. So it's that was a pretty neat thing, and it'll be really cool if we can make something of if we're making something of our own. So will follow these steps that will check if we have a Postman on your system. Then we'll check if we'll install all the npm packages. We'll create an Express server. We'll have a MongoDB database. We'll connect to the database. For this video, we'll just do these 5 steps because I want to keep this video short. So the npm packages that we want to use, coming to them, are course, nodemon.env, Express. All of these have been covered in my previous videos, so feel free to go there and check them out. And we have two new packages, short ID and URL exist. Short ID, well, it creates a short non-sequential URL friendly unique ID generator, something like that substring that you saw that I appended to my service. And then URL exist, well, straightforward as the name suggests. You enter a URL in this package, and then it tells you if it's a valid URL or not. So we're using that. Let's get started. Let's start coding. And I'll also show you Postman. Postman is a pretty neat software that every web developer must have. It just lets you try all these methods, all these requests on your API, on your web application, or anything that you may want to test it on. So must have for all software developers, either as a Chrome extension or as a standalone app on your system. Let's get into it. Yeah, I have my folder over here, and for that I'll do npm init-y, initializing and installing all these dependencies quickly. Course, nodemon, .env, express, mongoose, short id, url, exist. In the meanwhile, let's create index.js where all the magic will happen and update our start script as nodemon index.js. It's always good to do such stuff, helps build into your muscle memory. I just find that some things are a waste of time. Having said that, so I just will put this starter script over here. This is common in almost every project that I do, so I just have it handy with me. And yeah, and now connecting to our cloud. How do we do that? When you open cloud.mongo.db, mongodb.com, when you land on this page, click on connect your application, make sure it's node.js 3.later, and copy the string that you have over here. Go back to your folder, create a .env file, mongodb underscore URI. We are doing this so that we have more security to our system. And if someone gets hold of this string with all your credentials in it, then it can be disastrous. They can spam your database with all sorts of queries. I'll fill my credentials quickly. All right, I filled my credentials and hidden them away. So let's just listen to our server. Let's just quickly have some green stuff on our screen so that we feel more confident, huh? And console.log listening on 4000. 4000, yeah, perfect. And we'll do npm start to start our service. Greens, there we go. The last thing we do in this video is to connect it to our DB. I want to copy paste this as well, but well, I'll just guide you through this asynchronous method. And I also recommend you to code it along so that you actually know what's happening. We are using try and catch blocks so that we have some sort of default timeout. And In this, we'll use the await mongoose dot connect, and here we are using the process dot env dot mongodb URI. Here we are making use of that environment file that we actually declared. Using footer use new URL parser is also true. Excellent. And when this happens, when we are done with this, then we know that we have connected to the DB. And if we are not, then just log out not connected plus the error. And not forgetting to call this connect DB. Let's call this. We save it, NodeMon will automatically run it, and then we should see that we have connected to the DB. We should see that. There we go, connected to the DB. I had a small typo in my credentials and it was not letting me log in. And there we go. We have done these 5 steps. The next steps are to create the URL model, define and code the get and post routes, test, deploy, and everything. It's all cool. It's all good stuff. So we have made sure that we're connected to DB and we have all the initial setup done. I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned for that. That's where all the meat is. See you. Take care.